You know that feeling, right? That constant human search for happiness. We spend so much time trying to find it. Getting the right job, buying the thing we want, finding that perfect relationship. It's just this thing we all do, always looking out there.
It really is. It feels like the default setting for so many of us. This idea that, yeah, happiness is somewhere external, something you get by, I don't know, getting the right stuff or the right status.
And the source material you share, it takes a really fascinating look at this whole idea, but it kind of flips the script, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
really questions whether relying on the external world for that deep sense of well-being is, well, maybe not the best path.
It does, yeah. It lays out a pretty strong case that putting all our hopes for happiness in the objects and experiences of the world, it has some serious limitations. And it
Yeah.
tells us exactly why.
So for this deep dive, that's our mission, really,
But
to unpack those reasons. We're going to focus specifically on the 6 arguments this material makes for why happiness from the world is fundamentally limited. Let's get into what the source is actually saying and why it matters.
right. So it starts by acknowledging that common belief, happiness is in things outside us.
Yeah.
But then it immediately suggests that, well, only really intelligent people start to see that this might be uh, a bit of a deception.
A deception, that's quite a strong word. And this insight, the source says, it comes either from direct experience, maybe the hard knocks, or through learning, through understanding this specific knowledge.
Exactly. And when it talks about objects of the world, it means a whole range of things, not just, physical stuff. It lists money, wealth, name, fame, awards, people, property, position, power, status, even comforts and companionship, the whole lot.
Okay, so that sets the scene. We think happiness is out there and all those things, but the source argues, hold on, maybe that's limited thinking, and the wise person sees through it. And it gives us 6 specific reasons why it says there's no happiness in the objects of the world. Let's tackle the first one.
Okay, so reason 1 is about the nature of this happiness. It's momentary. The source uses this phrase, that any happiness from an external object is sandwiched between pains.
Yep.
Sandwiched between pains. Wow, that's evocative. The example it gives is building a house. There's often stress and, well, pain during the building. Then maybe that burst of happiness when it's done. But does it stop there? The source says no, because the happiness fades. And then you've got the upkeep, the repairs, the painting. The joy is temporary, and it's quickly followed by more effort, potentially more pain.
Precisely. The actual moment of fulfillment is brief. There's usually effort or discomfort before it or after it, or, let's be honest, often both.
Which feels like it leads straight into the second reason. It makes one a slave. This one really made me think. The idea is that once you get that thing you wanted, it stops giving you happiness when you have it, and instead it causes pain when you don't.
Yeah, the air conditioner example nails this. You buy it, it brings happiness, helps you sleep, great. But then you get so used to it, you literally can't sleep without it. The thing that brought joy now dictates your comfort. You've become, as the source puts it, a slave to the air conditioner.
Wow, so the object ends up controlling you, not the other way around. And the source ties this to how we normally think about getting rich, right? Accumulating more stuff just means more things you depend on, converting luxuries into necessities.
Exactly. But then it flips that idea, too.
Mm.
It suggests the truly rich person is the one with almost no necessities, who sees even their body as kind of a luxury, something to care for, sure, but not something that owns them. The right way to get rich, if you're aiming for liberation, is actually turning necessities into luxuries. Otherwise, yeah, you're just a slave to the environment, always needing things from outside.
That's a total reframing of wealth. Freedom from needing things, not just having more things you need. Okay, reason 3. Law of diminishing returns. This one feels super familiar. The happiness you get from sense stuff fades the more you experience it.
Think about ice cream. That first bite, amazing. Second bite, still good, probably, but
Yeah.
maybe not as amazing. Keep going, and eventually it's not even enjoyable. It might even become unpleasant.
Oh, I know that feeling. A big pizza can do that too. Force-feeding joy definitely doesn't work.
Right. It just shows very clearly there's a limit, a kind of ceiling, on how much pleasure you can actually squeeze out of sense experiences alone.
Reason 4 hits on something unavoidable. The sense organs will deteriorate.
Yeah, I mean, as we get older, our bodies change. Our senses, sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell, they naturally don't function quite as sharply as they used to. So our actual physical ability to perceive and enjoy those external objects lessens, which can itself cause frustration or sadness.
Ah, okay. So even if the source of happiness is still there, our equipment to receive that happiness starts to wear out over time.
That's the point. And reason 5 goes deeper into the feeling it leaves. Happiness is never fulfilling. The Source argues that no matter how much you enjoy these sense pleasures, there's still this lingering sense of inadequacy that doesn't really go away permanently.
That kind of background hum of, is this it? Even when you get what you wanted.
Exactly that. The Source says you feel incomplete. And you start thinking, okay, maybe the next thing will fix it. Because when you're looking outside, there's always something that looks better available to obtain, right? Doesn't matter what you have. And this applies to, well, any pleasure from the world. Keeps you chasing, never really arriving at true contentment.
Yeah, that endless treadmill of wanting the next better thing.
Which leads nicely into reason 6. The happiness is mixed with pain. According to the Source, happiness and suffering, when they come from external things, are often just like two sides of the same coin. They're bound together.
Like the promotion example it gives. Getting promoted feels good recognition, maybe more money. But then the Source points out that happiness often comes bundled with the pain of more responsibility, maybe longer hours, more stress.
Yes, the good and the bad are tangled up. It shows that external happy rarely comes pure. It usually brings some kind of baggage along with it.
So if we put all 6 reasons together, it's momentary, makes you a slave, diminishing returns, senses fail, never fulfilling. And mixed with pain, the big takeaway, according to the Source, is basically that there's no eternal or unconditional happiness to be found just by chasing things in the world.
That's the core message. Happiness from external sources is always conditional. It's temporary. It comes with costs like dependency. And ultimately, it just can't satisfy that deeper longing we have.
And the Source suggests that really getting this, like intellectually understanding and accepting this limitation is a kind of turning point. It's what pushes an intelligent person towards a spiritual pursuit to start looking for the source of everlasting happiness, which it hints is